Good morning, this is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. I hope you're well. Just remember, you can contact me on Instagram. Also, I do an Instagram reel, do Instagram posts, also on LinkedIn and WhatsApp and YouTube, and you can comment, subscribe, and anything you need. Okay, let's have a quick recap of where we're at. Okay, so remember, there's a raw video. I don't edit it, I don't do anything. I just actually said a lot of people just want a simple up and down on where the markets are going. So let's just go into a bit more detail on what happened yesterday and what's likely to happen going forward. So yesterday the markets overall were up in the US, that is. I'm talking about in the US and Europe, slightly up. On the back of what? On the back of falling bond yields. The bond yields, the 10-year treasury, which I talk about all the time because it's an indication of inflation and interest rates. That came down yesterday to 2.68% from the high of 2.88 on Monday. The reason being is because corporate earnings came out, and Delta Airlines went into profit for the first time in 2 years, and all the airlines are reporting excess bookings, which gave a good feeling to the markets, and as a result of that they began to rise. JP Morgan had a 42% drop in its profits. As I stated on Tuesday and I stated on Monday, I expect the banks to come in with lower profits based on the back of the Russian geopolitical crisis and the fact that there's an inflationary and interest rate environment. So therefore, keep an eye on the banks. They're expected to fall further. Gold went up to $1,976 yesterday. I said yesterday in the post, expect gold to rise to $2,000 within 2 weeks. I actually think I'm wrong. You could see it to $2,000 by the end of next week. So keep an eye on it. And remember, the strong dollar has a big impact on commodity prices because commodities are priced in dollars. So therefore, as you have a rising dollar, you're going to have a rising commodity price like gold. So gold has gone up not only because of speculations, also gone up because it is quoted in dollars. And therefore, you're probably going to see it surpass the $2,000 very, very quickly. Once it gets that level, then who knows where it goes from there. Next level would be $2,300. Also, oil went up yesterday, and oil is on the track going back upwards. So if you want looking for commodities, you're looking for gold, you're looking for oil, that's also going up. And expect oil, in my opinion, to go well above the $150 a barrel level, simply because there is super short of supply. You've got obviously Russia and Ukraine out of the equation, so energy prices are only going to go up. Look at the UK. UK reported inflation yesterday at 7%, 7%, the highest in 30 years. That gave the pound a little bit of a boost. Now, I've been saying the pound is undervalued, so if you're looking for an FX opportunity, get involved in that. The pound is, in my opinion, is going to go against the dollar around about 135. Definitely Euro 122, and is also going to go strong against other currencies. I also mentioned the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is also based on commodity prices. Australia is full of minerals and full of commodities, and those are on the up, and therefore that's going to push the Aussie dollar to a higher level. That's another FX currency you could get involved in, and also look to sell the yen. The yen's interest rates are not going to move. They're not going to go higher. The yen is looking like we're coming out of the safe haven environment, so the yen looks like a sell. That's talking about specifically on the FX. Let's talk about some shares. So Twitter, Tesla went up yesterday, Amazon went up yesterday, Google went up yesterday. Remember, we are range bound, so you have one day down 2%, one day up 2%. So yesterday was an up day on the tech stocks. However, overall, the Nasdaq is very, very sensitive to interest rate and inflation fears. So be aware of that even though it went up, the trend is down. I'm a big fan of Tesla, but Tesla is massively overvalued and has to produce millions of cars in order to justify its share rating. Be careful of that. Twitter, keep an eye on Twitter, simply because Elon Musk is involved, and there's probably going to be some action there over the next few months. He's a very good leader, he's a great CEO, very unpredictable and very eccentric. So you've got someone there that you can see action in Twitter for those people who are traders, those investors who are looking for where the action is going to be. in terms of crypto. So cryptos also went up yesterday on the back of investors coming back into the market and saying, let's look where the Bitcoin is at, let's look where the cryptos are going, because it is a risk searching asset. In other words, those people who like risk will go into cryptos. However, I do believe Bitcoin in the short term is probably going to come down to about 35,000, 32,000. Keep an eye on it. That's where it's at. Bonds are 2.68%. They're very, very safe. However, I do think they're going to go well above 3% within 3 months. Remember what I always say, I think inflation is going to go well above 10%. Producer price index, the manufacturing inflation in the States came in 11.2% yesterday. That is absolutely huge. Huge. And that's going to feed through to consumers and through to all the people that need to buy those goods. So, in short, what you've got is FX. You've got pound strength. You've got dollar strength. You've got cryptos that moved up yesterday. Look at some shares. You can contact me, as I said earlier on in the program, on Instagram or on YouTube or on LinkedIn, WhatsApp. You can like it. Let's spread it around. Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Have a good day.